we are today here, and I think we are today here as a result of some extraordinary people. We are today here in an environment where there is an open collaboration, but that requires a lot, and that requires a lot from special and very persistent people. And the person that I'm going to call on stage in a second has been great to this industry and great to Esko. And for that reason, I'd like to welcome Simon to the stage, and Felicita as well. If you could please join Simon here. We'd like to see both of you up here. Thank you. This is what I call a bull ride, huh? Are they all like this? No? Okay. Simon, this is how we know you today, right? And he's not going to talk right now because I'm going to talk a little bit. But this is how we know you today, you know, with a green tie, and yeah, you are a little bit more relaxed now. That's okay. But you know, with a mark on the reverse of the jacket. But if you go back a little bit, this is also how we could know you, right? Simon is a gentleman with a pen there, looking a little bit suspicious and signing some contract. This is probably all the way back. I don't know if it's all the way back to 1978 when you came to the US. I think it's pretty close. Simon came in as president of Lasercom US, and Lasercom in these days were a software and hardware business, not a hardware but a software and a production unit as such, and very fast established the business in the US. We established the business in UK, in Australia and South Africa. So we became international fast. But you're a smart guy. So you could also see that this manufacturing maybe was not you. So you bought some small hardware there in the middle of it with hooks on. That's called a computer. And that was when you really started to develop some of the computer skills that you have. So you slowly sold off the manufacturing side of the business and thereby became the CAD authority in this industry. An authority that you took to new levels, I'll say. And we have more good pictures of you. This one here, you look particularly young and green. I don't know what you did there, but at least it may have been actually, but I don't think so. I think you looked a bit older in 2000, right? Because in 2000, Simon was actually nominated as one of the 50 people in the world having had most impact on this industry. That's an achievement, Simon. I think you should all applaud you for that. Before that, he was so smart to sell tobacco. That was in '98. And the whole thing that you saw, and I'll actually play a bit on that, the whole thing you saw was an opportunity to combine structure and graphics. Nobody else saw that in the industry. Nobody else saw that. You saw that, and I know that you worked hard on Barco People, which has now become Esko, in order to drive that, because you saw again that opportunity in this industry. I want to thank you for that. I can then say from my perspective, I've known you the last 10 years, 10 and a half years, right? That's when we first encountered each other back in October 2002. And since then, you've continued to push the boundaries. You may have come in and said graphic and structure should go together, so we moved from pre-press, and that was actually only imaging pre-press, right, to more pre-press, maybe into pre-production. But you've been pushing me and the other management team to think out of that box too. That innovation skill is unique. You'll never rest. You'll never rest. And you continue to not rest, I know. But you never rest, and you have pushed us, and I'll say challenged us, and inspired everybody in the management team, including yourself, through your consistency, to move upstream into the design area, and you're continuously doing that. So I would say without that, Esko would have been a different company than it is today. And that I want to thank you for, Simon. That's been a great effort. It doesn't stop there. As we can see, Simon is also a good friend, a very dear friend to many, but a dear friend to me as well, but clearly to a large group of people. You're a good friend, you're persistent, and you're extremely loyal. You've also been a team leader, as we can see. I don't know what happened there. He seems to have been stroked by something. You're also, is that it? So the team, you're also a good competitor, and is that what you're saying? Yeah, I actually agree there. But you're a good team leader, and you're good, you're extremely loyal, is what I want to say. The loyalty that you've given to the industry, to Esko, and to your close associates, it's quite extraordinary. So to continue with that, also in your next life or in the next chapter in your book. And you participate in many events. Here we are, I don't know, it looks like Drupa or something like that. Again, one of the industry pillars moving ahead. So I want to thank you for that. And for listening, I want to thank you for having borrowed him so many years, taking him on so many transatlantic flights. And now, hopefully, he can stop working 12, 13, whatever hours a day that he has been doing the last many years I've known Simon, to something that is a bit more reasonable, and hopefully try a bit less. I'm not the only one who have worked for you, Simon, so I have a few things here that I'd like to show you. Oops, there was something, Susie. Oh, I went into Bernard, go back. We have a small thing here for you. Yes. So can we show the video? Let's show the video.
Yep, there are many people, Simon, that wanted to welcome you and give you good wishes. Some of them are here today. Some of them could not be here, but they sent their wishes anyway. And a lot of people here will recognize a lot of these people. So back to the Augie and the AEG and the barcode. So enjoy.
Hey Simon, so you're retiring, congratulations. And reflecting back on the many decades you and I have had together, I tried to think of some interesting anecdotes. So here's an obscure one from the distant past. Remember the days when portable computers were so big they had to go as checked baggage? Well, back in those days you and I were traveling to a demonstration, and the second flight of our connection was on one of those little tiny turboprops. As you got on the plane, you could see in the baggage hold that there was no computer there for us. And the flight attendant said, back, you'll probably make the next flight, which of course was no good for us. So you had a problem to solve, and you found a good way of solving it. Basically, you just stood up and refused to take your seat till the bags arrived. Much to the dismay of the flight attendant and the other passengers, we waited for several minutes until a wagon came trundling across the airfield with our bags on the back. When it arrived, they put them on the plane, and you could finally take your seat. We went on to the demonstration, and the day was a success. Life was always fun back in those days, and now that you're retiring, you can take your seat again. This time, slow down and relax and enjoy life. So, best wishes to you. However, somehow I think you won't slow down as much as that, but enjoy your retirement, and I've enjoyed having my time working with you. So, best wishes.
There is one person who's been extremely instrumental in the way packaging is designed today, and that is you, Simon James. Simon, I've had the pleasure of knowing you for 30 years as a customer, a competitor, and as a colleague. And the one thing that sticks in my mind is your passion and commitment for what you do. You always wanted to do the very best. Also, your loyalty, not only to your customers, but to your employees, is unsurpassed. It's an exceptional trait nowadays. I want to wish you the very best in the future. Your influence in this industry will be felt for many years to come. So best wishes to you and to your lovely wife, Felicity.
Take 91. It's been 36 years since you brought donuts to Vacuum Computing Services, and lots gone down since then. Over all these years, you've been the standard bearer for the RDS-CAD team through almost countless mergers and acquisitions. You've always been there to present the strategic importance of RDS-CAD to the ever-changing management, for which you've always done a great job. I would like to thank you for your imagination, marketing foresight, sales and marketing, personnel skills, and endless tireless efforts to get the right deal. The RDS-CAD team certainly wouldn't have been there without you. For being a super friend, supportive, forgiving, tolerant, looking out for me, particularly for those times of which I'm probably still unaware. Thank you. Being a retired person myself now, I know you're going to have a lot of fun, particularly doing the only things you really want to do. All the very best, have a good time, and thanks for all the great times we've had together.
Hi Simon, it's been almost 20 years since I first met you, and thanks to you, Esko took a chance and hired me 5 years ago. I will forever be grateful for that opportunity, and just wanted you to know that you leave behind a legacy of great knowledge and wisdom, but also kindness and generosity. You've touched the lives and careers of so many, and you will always be thought of and always be missed. All the best, Simon.
I'm not quite sure how many videos you've seen so far, but I'm sure you're kind of sick of hearing about what a great guy Simon is. I mean, it can't all be true. There's got to be some exaggeration. But if you take a moment and look around the room, you will note a large percentage of people, both customers and Esko associates alike, who would in fact know that it's all true. So let's take a second. If you agree, raise your hands. Okay, you way in the back, raise them up. Come on. You guys over there, get your hands up. Okay. Look around the room. There's quite a few people with their hands up. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? I mean, having that kind of impact on so many people, it's quite a legacy. Simon loves a challenge. What looks like work and seems like work to most of us is often fun to Simon. And he approaches these challenges with a very open-minded, creative, out-of-the-box style. He's achieved a lot in his career, much more than most. But this is not what he will be known for. Simon will be known for how well he treats people and works with people. He has built productive teams and has partnered with customers. There's a word often pretty overused, partner, but Simon has done that in the true sense of the word. He will also be known for how he's empowered his employees, although never quite considering his team employees, but rather associates. Personally, I've known Simon for close to 30 years. 10 as a customer, and 18 as an RDS Esko associate. In that time, he's become like family to me. He's like an older cousin, like a much older cousin. Ba-boom!
Hi Simon, it's Roger. I just wanted to let you know if you decide to put together an America's Cup racing team during your retirement, that I am 100% absolutely committed to have nothing to do with it. Happy retirement, Simon.